High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Darlings Auto Group. You'll do better at Darlings. Visit darlings.com. Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. The Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Bangor, Augusta, and North Windham. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the place to be in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's #1 driving school for 56 years. Eastern Maine Community College, one college, many possibilities. Visit emcc.edu. High school sports on Ticket TV is also brought to you by Maine Trailer, Dairy Queen in Old Town and Bangor, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals, Autumn of Life Home Care, Black Fly Coffee, Angelo's Pizzeria, Hartford's Auto Service, UMaine Online, Old Town Redemption Center, the Coach House Restaurant, UMaine Athletics, Bennett Auto Center, Tiller and Rye, Husson University, Bucksport Hannaford, Mainly Audio, Bangor Savings Bank, Orno and Callis IGA, The Growing Place, Bangor Tire Company, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, AM Construction and Roofing, Doors Equipment Company, Hillside Athletics, The Fitch Company, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Tim's Plumbing, The Farmer's Table, Knowlton Automotive, American Made Home Goods, Back Alley Bar and Grill, RT Electrical, Auto Radiator Services, Mainstay Skincare, Hildreth Auto and Equipment, Maniac Snack Shack and Snip and Snack, Sweet Frog, Union Street Towing, Creative Options LLC, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Town East Toyota, Harvey RV, Seaboard Federal Credit Union, Thomas College, First National Bank, Napa Auto Parts, and Hammond Lumber Company. Let's get you out to the game.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Pottle Sports Complex here in Hermon, the site of today's Class B North Girls Semifinal. The Presque Wildcats making the trip down from the county, and they're hoping it's not the final stop on their 2025 season. You see the record 11-4, but on the other side it is the Hermon Hawks, undefeated, a perfect 15-0, and trying to make yet another return to the Class B North Regional Championship game. We welcome you into our coverage on Ticket TV, presented by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a deer. Also presented by your local family-owned McDonald's. Extra value meals are officially back. McDonald's is making bold moves to put value back on the menu so you can save when you make your favorites a meal. Whether you love the Big Mac, crave the Quarter Pounder with cheese, or can't get enough McNuggets, there's a value meal for you. Stop by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street and Brewer, to find offers you won't want to miss. Presque here on the strength of a 2-1 quarterfinal victory over Gardner, I should say. We had the Hermon Hawks quarterfinal victory over John Baptist as well. Hermon pushed, but a 2-0 victory in that quarterfinal round. We'll kick off the Darlings pregame show right around the corner on Ticket TV. I'll bring my broadcast partner Ernie Clark in, and we will tee up this contest. It's Hermon and Presque for a trip to the Class B North Championship game coming up in just a few minutes on Ticket TV.
Darlings Kia is your #1 Kia dealer in Maine, and we've got something for everyone. Whether you're shopping for an all-wheel drive gas, EV, hybrid, or plug-in hybrid, Darlings Kia has a full lineup to choose from. Plus, enjoy affordable lease programs and other incredible deals on award-winning Kias, all covered by our 10-year or 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business. The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. Shop Darlings Kia. You'll do better at Darlings.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
Since 1852, Bangor Savings Bank has been helping New Englanders thrive by living our You Matter More promise. We invest in Northern New England because your ideas, your well-being, and your business matter to us. Our commitment is reflected in our caring employees, innovative solutions, and investments in local communities. At Bangor Savings Bank, you are at the heart of everything we do because you matter more.
Hello everyone and welcome back into the Darlings pregame show here on Ticket TV. Darlings and Bangor has you covered for sales and service. Shop new Ford, VW, Audi, Honda, Nissan, Volvo, and Kia models or used of all makes. Visit darlings.com. You see the records right there and the matchup. Presque 11-4 off a quarterfinal victory over Gardner. And the Hermon Hawks a perfect 15-0 after a 2-0 victory over John Bapps in the quarterfinal round, trying to make their way back to the regional championship game for a 7th time in 11 years under head coach MJ Ball. Coverage on Ticket TV presented by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Also presented by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be, the official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Well, of course, it's a busy weekend all around the state, all around the classes here at the high school ranks. Let's take a look at the Class B bracket here in girls soccer, how we have reached this point and what is still to come for either the Hawks or the Wildcats, whoever goes marching on beyond today. You see this semifinal on the other side of the bracket. It's 5 versus 8, Skowhegan versus Old Town, after the Coyotes upended Madomic Valley with the 1-0 double overtime victory in the quarterfinals. Skowhegan advancing with a 1-0 victory over Erskine Academy as well. So the winner of today's contest will face either the Riverhawks or the Coyotes for that regional championship coming up early next week. Ticket TV coverage presented by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment or office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. or visit LevesqueSolutions.com. Let's take a look now at the rosters for these two teams, and we'll start off with the visitors making the trip down from the county for head coach Dylan Kingsbury. The Presque Wildcats roll out there with a good mixture. You can see the classes throughout. A few freshmen making the squad for the Wildcats, 2 of them out there, but a lot of juniors and seniors, and with an 11-5 record. Obviously, this Presque Isle team knows a thing or two about what it takes to win a contest, though the 2 regular season meetings with the Hawks, 13-1 in favor of Hermon, as we take a look now at how the Hawks are lining up for this contest today. A team that's 15-0-0, and as you can see, led by a lot of underclassmen, a lot of sophomores, a couple of freshmen featuring for this team as well, and also the upperclassmen, the Strike Force, Natalie Tardy and Madison Stewart scoring the goals up top for the Hawks. That look at the rosters presented by UMaine Online, 60-plus online degree and certificate programs offered through Maine's flagship university. Apply now, umaine.edu/online. Ticket TV coverage also presented by Dean's Detailing, where for over 5 decades they've been Maine's auto detailing leader. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, feel good and look good in a clean, shiny car, and book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Take another time out. When we come back, a couple of player spotlights and some keys to the game, making our way towards this semifinal in Class B between the Wildcats and the Hawks on Ticket TV.
Sorry about that.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road. From work trucks to weekend rides, if it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
When you're ready to remodel your kitchen, find all the materials and services you need at Hammond Lumber Company. Get inspired by the extensive in-store displays in Hammond's kitchen, bath, and flooring division. Hammond's designers will help you visualize your space before the work begins, and all design fees are refunded when you purchase your materials from them. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. When it's time for a new kitchen, it's time to bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
You don't have to do college the usual way. At Thomas College, we do college differently. We do academics differently. We do success differently. We do community differently. We do innovation differently. We do careers differently. Where belonging isn't promised, it's lived. We don't just prepare you for a job, we empower your future. It's time to do college differently.
New or used? What's your preference? If you prefer to buy used, it's smart to buy a Toyota certified used vehicle from Down East. Here's why. All vehicles go through a rigorous 160-point inspection. They come with comprehensive and powertrain warranties, a Carfax history report, and 7 years of roadside assistance. Plus, qualified buyers get low new car financing rates. It's true, the best new cars do make the best used cars. For Toyota certified used vehicles, all roads lead to Down East on Wilson Street in Brewer.
For over 80 years, Seaboard Federal Credit Union has been putting its members first. Founded in 1940, we've grown alongside our communities with branches in Bucksport, Ellsworth, and Hermon. We're not a big bank, and we're proud of that. We're member-owned, community-driven, and here to help you build a better financial future. Whether it's saving for a goal, buying your first home, or simply managing everyday life. Seaboard Federal Credit Union, the smart place for your money.
Have a painful tooth or an entire mouthful of teeth? Mid-Coast Denture Design now offers tooth extractions in both Ellsworth and Brewer. Get your teeth pulled and immediate dentures placed right in our office. Quick, convenient, and comfortable. Let denturist Lindsay Young and her staff create immediate dentures for you, all in one location. Midcoast Denture Design, the go-to in Bangor and Ellsworth for dentures and tooth extraction services. Because everyone deserves an awesome smile. Visit midcoastdenturedesignmaine.com.
Back here in Hermon at the Pottle Sports Complex, the site of this afternoon's Class B North semifinal between the Hermon Hawks and the Presque Wildcats, 2 versus 3 in the B bracket. And our coverage on Ticket TV presented in part by the Furniture Gallery, a family-owned and operated local business that's opened its 4th location at the Topsom Fair Mall with a long-standing presence in Bangor, Augusta, and Wyndham. The team is now ready to provide Topsom that same exceptional service and value you can trust. Shop local, save money, and sleep better at the Furniture Gallery. Mark Paulette and Ernie Clark coming at you from the Quirk Auto Group broadcast booth. Quirk Auto Group presenting high school sports on Ticket TV. Ernie, the Wildcats and the Hawks meeting in the semifinals here in Class B for the 2nd year in a row. What'd you say some keys to this one is today for, first, the visitors making the long trip down from the county?
Yeah, left at 7:45 to get here for this noontime start. A lot of it depends on the breeze here. There's a fairly significant breeze, and it's blowing from the bottom of your screen to the top, but it's also blowing from right to left. So, I think Presque wants the breeze in the first half.
Probably.
The key for them, they could outscore 13-1 in the 2 games during the regular season, including 8-0 here in the second meeting of the season. And they need to kind of hang around. They did last year, wound up losing 1-0 in that semifinal, and they have a veteran team back from that squad, so having a good year at 11-4 on the season. But they need to somehow figure out a way to keep Hermon from jumping out on top. We saw it last night with Bangor and not Mount Blue, but Brunswick in their quarterfinal, or semifinal, I should say. I'll get it right. Bangor just jumped on top of them, and it was all over before it started. And Hermon has that same kind of explosive offensive potential, and so Presque needs to figure out a way to maybe control the ball a little bit on the ground, so to get it out of the air, and just to keep Hermon off the board early. And Hermon, why would you change what you've been doing all year long? It's 87-8, something along those lines in terms of goals for versus goals against. And I mentioned 13-1 in 2 games against Presque, so they're not going to do anything different. They'll take advantage of the wind if they can. If they don't have it in the first half, they'll just defend and probably still muster plenty of offensive threats. So that's what they want to do, is jump out to the lead and kind of take Presque out of this game early, remind them what the first 2 games were like, and try to let them know maybe something similar is coming this time around.
It was a formula that worked 15 times and as many tries so far this year for the Hermon Hawks. Ernie's keys to the game there, presented by Dean's Detailing. Our coverage on Ticket TV, also presented by Northeast Driving School, the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses today at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Go to northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course. The Presque Isle starters just being announced in front of the crowd, still making their way into Pottle Field here at Hermon. We'll take our final break of the Darlings pregame show, and when we come back, it's the kick in this Class B North semifinal. Number 3 Presque Isle and number 2 Hermon right around the corner on Ticket TV.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $5,250.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a Deere. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Looking for your next trailer or shipping container? Come to Maine Trailer, your one-stop shop for all your trailer and container needs. We've got a huge selection of trailers for work or play, plus durable shipping containers. We can even customize them to fit your needs. At Maine Trailer, we don't just sell, we service what we sell. That means expert repairs, inspections, parts, and registrations all under one roof. So whether you're hauling, storing, or customizing, make your next stop Maine Trailer. Maine Trailer, the place to buy your next trailer or shipping container. See us today in Hamden or Auburn.
Hi, I'm Steve Prey. My father built Praise Auto Sales on trust, integrity, and dependability. Today, we work hard to carry on those same qualities. Praise Auto Sales has now grown to 2 locations, which gives you a bigger and better selection to choose from. We have a wonderful service department. They really thoroughly examine every vehicle before we sell it and also maintain your vehicle after the sale. Our financing department works with banks, local credit unions, and alternative financing to help you get in the vehicle of your choice. At Praise Auto Sales, you don't have to wait for a sale. We offer every day guaranteed lowest price. We really are an extended family of grandparents, parents, kids. Come on out and see us and you'll see why we've been in business for 40 years. Plus, we do free appraisals. Praise Auto Sales, out of Broadway, Bangor.
And with that, we are ready for some soccer this afternoon in Hermon. Not just any soccer, a Class B North semifinal. The Hermon Hawks looking to make it 16 wins and 16 tries this fall, and the Presque Wildcats trying to pull an upset that would be as big as you could find against this Hermon squad. It's number 2 versus number 3 in the bracket, but Ernie, it's David and Goliath when it comes to any opponent facing the Hermon Hawks.
Well, it is. I mean, we don't know what the KVAC has to offer. Well, we do in a way, because the number 1 seed in the tournament, Madomic Valley, was knocked out in the quarters by Old Town. Old Town's playing Skowhegan.
Yeah.
That's an 8 versus 5. Old Town the 8, Skowhegan the 5 at 2 p.m. starting time on that game. And so the winner of this game will play the winner of that game next Tuesday?
Yes, right?
Class B North. Regional finals, Class B is Wednesday. Wednesday the 5th at Cameron Stadium, 4 o'clock. So, much like the Bangor girls will be playing there next Tuesday. The Bees are Wednesday. And it'll be a very short trip for the Hawks if they get there. It'll be a long trip either way for Presque Isle, but they just want to be able to take the bus ride if they can. And they've got a chance now, but certainly their odds are stacked against them. Presque Isle will have the breeze at their back. It is sort of a crosswind. It's kind of blowing from corner to corner, from right to left, but certainly it's to their advantage.
Yeah, pay attention to the edges of the jerseys out there, and you can see just how much that wind is whipping here as we get this contest underway. Presque Isle trying to advance it down into an attacking threat.
Yeah, you see an occasional leaf go across the field, too, and you know which way it's going. It's going from right to left, so that tells you. And then the flags in the corner are moving briskly, so see if they can take advantage of it. Hermon wants to keep the ball on the ground, much more than they normally might in terms of the long kicks to set up Madison Stewart and or Natalie Tardy.
Hawks bringing it up that far sideline, now trying to send one towards the midfield. Played down, and still Hermon advancing it. Tardy trying to turn and played a little deeper. The Presque Isle back line pops it out, shy of midfield. Ewer finds Garrett in the midfield. Garrett quickly trying to get it over to Stewart, unable to do so on the first attempt, and now out in the midfield where Presque Isle jumps on it through Peyton Boynsk. Boynsk going on the wrong side of a 1-on-4 attack, but wins a throw for the Wildcats along the far side. Our Ticket TV coverage is presented in part by Eastern Maine Community College. At EMCC, every student has a story. Some are just beginning. Others are starting a new chapter. Wherever you are, your future can start at emcc.edu. And Praise Auto Sales, if you're looking for your next ride, Praise on Outer Broadway has you covered. Guaranteed lowest prices every day, no waiting, and over 40 years of trust, integrity, and dependability. Visit PraiseAutoSales.com today.
Presque Isle advanced. We mentioned the Hermon win. Presque Isle advanced with a 2-1 win over Gardner in the quarterfinals. All the goals scored in the first half. What turned out to be the game winner scored about 20 minutes left in the first half was a shot by Astra Loughton. It was a perfect shot from about 32 yards out, dead on to the goal, but there couldn't have been more than the width of a ball between the crossbar and the hands of the goalie for Gardner, yet she popped it in, popped it down through, and that goal stood up, and nice win there as we've got 3 teams from this area in the semifinals in B, in Old Town, Hermon, and Presque Isle.
Here's Stewart trying to send one for Tardy to run after, but a Wildcat was behind it to sweep it out of play for a throw. Ewer gets it back in quickly, and Tardy running down now gets a first-time cross in, but the ball winds up offside netting for a goal kick. And so that was the story on Presque Isle in the quarterfinals. For Hermon, we mentioned how tough of a time it is for the opposition against the Hawks, but really one of the tougher tests they'll see this year from John Babst in that quarterfinal that we had earlier this week.
2-0 there, and Babst played well. Babst team improved measurably from start to finish, and they hung around for a long time. It was 2-0, and the second goal was a penalty kick, in the final 5 or 6 minutes. So it really was a competitive game from a scoreboard setting, at least.
Stewart trying to play in across. Presque Isle the first to it. Hermon sends it right back down towards the edge of the area. Tardy gets on it. Left-footed shot, and it forces a diving save out of Colby Langley. The senior goes sprawling to her right to make the deflection, and then able to keep it in play.
Yeah, pretty impressive move by Tardy there, because she had to stop the ball first, and it rolled 2-3 feet away from her, but then she got back on it quickly and essentially one-timed it with the ball on the run and nearly snuck it in aside that left goalpost as we look at it.
First attempted cross, knocked down. Hermon still on the hunt here. Stewart spinning out with the ball, trying to play it to Tardy. Tardy has to retreat to gather. Now has it back. Trying to switch the play over to the near side. Presque Isle throws a leg in the way. Ewer backtracks to win possession back for Hermon. Ewer trying to play it up through the middle of the defense. Sent out by Presque Isle, but only as far as Selleck. Presque Isle sweeps it back to midfield, but Hermon right now just applying all the pressure.
Yeah, they've got Presque Isle's got the entire team back on defense. 10 defenders, and Hermon's keeping 2 or 3 back just in case, either to set up the offense near midfield and get it going again, or to address a counterattack. So far, none of those by Presque Isle, and Hermon has been able to establish somewhat permanent residency in their offensive end.
Yeah, you see Peyton Boynt's right there on the Hermon Hawk logo. She is the only white shirt on that side of midfield as she now drifts back, and all 10 outfield players, like you said, hanging out in the defensive end for Presque Isle. Hermon sends one deep. Stewart goes chasing after it in the corner.
See, the wind kept that in, too, by blowing it off to the side, and that enabled Stewart to go get it.
Langley had an idea to go get after it, and then the wind just swept it away from her toward the corner. Down in that far corner, it appears we have an injured player because stoppage.
She's up now, but she's going to have to come off. She's walking kind of slowly, so maybe she needs a couple of minutes to regroup, but once the whistle blows, she's got to come out anyway. So
holding a hand up near the face or head area.
That's maybe where she took the ball.
Didn't see who it was. Still being walked off the pitch right now. Ticket TV coverage presented by Bangor Savings Bank. They've helped New Englanders achieve their goals since 1852. Because of Bangor Savings Bank, you matter more. Whether you're planning for today or building for tomorrow, they're here with personalized service and a commitment to what matters most to you. Visit Bangor.com. This broadcast also brought to you by Maine Trailer, your one-stop shop for trailers and shipping containers. Whatever you haul or store, Maine Trailer has you covered in Hamden and in Auburn. Back underway here. New player on the pitch for the Hawks. Over on the far side. Still can't see who left the pitch.
No, I couldn't tell. She was with the trainer over on the other side of the field.
Goal kick here for Hermon at the back. It is number 2. That would be Allison Stewart, freshman for Hermon, the one who had to make her way off the pitch. Still getting checked out behind the Hermon bench over there. Presque now tossing it back in from down in front of their bench. 6.5 minutes gone in this one. Hermon dominating much of the possession so far.
Yeah, Presque had its best time of it right off the bat, right off the opening kick for a minute and a half or so. But since Hermon has been able to establish its own offense, it's been all down at the other end of the field. But it's crowded down there.
Ella Johnson at the far sideline.
What's going to be challenging here in the first half, especially is plays like we've seen Hermon do a lot late in the regular season, where they're able to send a long lead pass down and have one of their scorers catch up to it, because it's hard to get the ball in the air and have it carry that far. And Presque's got so many defenders aware of Hermon's potential and is trying to address it with numbers.
Hermon once again jumping on the ball near the midfield stripe and advancing it quickly, continuing her run all the way up from the back. Still going with it is Johnson down into the box before it's eventually dealt with by a Wildcat defender. Poked out of play, and last touch by the Hawk for a Presque throw.
Yeah, Johnson may be the fastest of the Hawks as a pure sprinter. Came in as a freshman last year, joined the track team, and made an immediate impact.
Ball with the Hermon back line. Selleck sweeping it over near side to Kelly. Brooklyn Kelly with acres of space in front of her. She jogs up towards the midfield.
Now comes the question of what do you do with the ball from here, because there's at least one defender for every offensive player that's in front of her.
Marion Young with a nice closeout effort for Presque and sends it down for a teammate to chase after. Peyton Boyntz running after it, but all blue shirts around the ball. Nice job by Young, though, there. Maybe sensing some indecisiveness on the part of Hermon and just attacking the ball handler.
Well, you've got to do that, because you've got to try to establish the ball in your offensive end. And
Hermon trying to get that square ball over the top of the box towards Tardy. Deflected away on the first attempt. Once again, the Wildcats there with the clearance, but Hermon continues to probe. Boyntz gets the ball with some space to run in. Marked by 5 blue shirts on this side of the pitch.
No help, unfortunately for her. She's on her own in this situation. She's down on the end line and nobody else within 30 yards of her. But she finagled the corner out of it.
How about that work?
Dribbled it off one of the Hermon defenders. That's a great play.
Peyton Boyntz doing the solo effort down there. Able to put it off a Hermon player directly off the corner flag.
Boyntz gets junior on a team with 8 seniors, 6 juniors, 4 sophomores, and 2 freshmen.
Be a left-footed entry here for the Wildcats.
I think it's Emily Collins.
Here comes the delivery right into that wind, holding the ball up in the middle of the box, and Becca Balmus comes out to collect it.
It's a dangerous situation potentially because the wind blowing the way it is, you kick it out of the corner left-footed, it'll curl right toward the goal.
Yeah.
But Balmus at about 6 foot out there, the goalie was the tallest player, and she went up and got it.
Also kicking into the wind like that on a corner attempt, it holds the ball up there for an extra second or two and allows more time for the chaos underneath.
Yeah, but she was just taller than everybody else, almost like maybe a little bit more of a line drive and try to get it to curve quicker and just get ahead on it somehow. That would be the way to attack it, perhaps.
Hermon once again reloads at the back, jogging up. Lila Ryan. Presque just clears that one out of play towards the bleachers. Ticket TV brought to you in part by Dairy Queen. The new DQ Fall Treat menu is here. Try the new Caramel Toffee Cookie Blizzard Treat. Enjoy the return of the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard Treat or taste the new Maple Cookie Shake. Discover the DQ Fall Treat menu before autumn's over. Get them delivered in the DQ app. Happy Taste Good at Dairy Queen in Bangor and in Old Town. Our coverage also brought to you by Acadia Federal Credit Union, a full-service financial institution with 8 branches, 3 of them in Bangor, and a new location coming to Brewer. Find out how Acadia can enrich your life at acadiafcu.org. Cross whipped in by the Hawks, dealt with initially here by Presque. Helped back down by Kelly, who got shoved in the back, and this is going to be a free kick from a dangerous area here for Hermon.
Stewart was there off a cross by Tardy. Madison Stewart was there at the near post, but 2 Presque defenders guarding her, and that slowed things initially. But now free kick by Aaron Selleck from the 30-yard line, 40-yard from goal.
Selleck puts a line drive down into the box. The Wildcats sweep it out. Here comes the second entry along the carpet. That one's dealt with. Johnson quickly back there to grab the loose ball. Dribbles around 1 defender, 2 defenders. Play on no, says the referee. Free kick again coming up for Hermon.
Johnson's speed resulting in a tripping call against Presque. And now another free kick, a little closer this time.
Free kick whipped in towards the far post, but beyond all the Hawks in the box and out of play for a goal kick. 27.5 minutes remaining in this first half as Presque makes a double substitution. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals this holiday season. Take your office party from nice to unforgettable. Flash Me Maine, bring the fun, the laughs, the memories your team will love. Don't wait, book now. FlashMeMaine.com.
Hermon's roster lists 6 seniors, 4 juniors, 6 sophomores, and 2 freshmen on their varsity squad. They had returned 8 starters from a year ago and have yet to taste defeat this season.
Peyton Garrett trying to switch up the play. Presque jumps on it and sends it down towards the corner beyond the Hermon bench.
See, you would think Presque's got to run a couple of extra people up once they make that long pass into the deep into the offensive end, but I think they're a little leery about not leaving enough players back.
Yeah, I think it's all about field positioning at this point. Just try to shift it as far as you can, one set as a time.
But I would almost think if you're going to take a chance, this is the half to do it with the wind at your back. Because Hermon's going to be able to pound that ball downfield in the second half with one major detriment removed, and that's the breeze. They'll have it to their advantage over the final 40.
Hermon throw down in front of their bench. Lancaster hands off the ball, and the Hawks bring it back in.
Now you kick it up front. Now you go get it. And they're doing it, but just with one person.
Ryan puts it out of play out wide, so a throw here for Presque. Allie Bartle was the senior forward going after that one. Now some white shirts coming down, but not too many. You got 2 over there in front of the sideline, and you can see Emily Collins hanging out in the midfield.
And so how many defenders do you have back there? You have 4, 6, 7 within the 15-yard line in. A tough numbers game there for the Wildcats.
More than 2 blue shirts for every white shirt down there, but Presque has got it down in the corner. Still throwing it in, though, so in a tough spot. Boxed in. Did it around 1 defender, a deflection, and now they have won a corner. So Presque, a couple of corners here in the last 2 minutes. 15 minutes gone here in the first half. And now some more Wildcats come charging down from the defensive zone. Collins over there once again for the left-footed delivery. Here it comes, high arcing delivery into the middle of the box. It comes down, still loose. Presque trying to get a shot away. Hermon with a couple of goal line deflections, goal line stops in there, and now Presque puts it high and wide of the mark, but a solid chance in the scrum for the Wildcats.
Lucy Cheney, number 8, had a shot out of that scrum that was ticketed for the far post as we look at it, but it was not Bombas, but a defender that got in the way to block it. Just too much congestion there to get the shot through, but that kick was sent a little bit farther away from the goal line, so we were able to get it away from Bombas' reach. He couldn't catch it in the air, and Presque did a pretty nice job of trying to make the most of the situation.
Johnson comes sprinting up the sideline, shot out of a cannon, continuing on with the run, and now bending into the midfield. Didn't like what she saw there, takes it wide, decides against it, still with the ball at her feet. Not getting too much help from teammates, now passing it down the far wing. See if Hermon can play a cross in front of the scoreboard, not much behind it, and Presque Isle's able to get on the end. Clearance up the sideline in front of the Wildcat bench. Now to play, and a Wildcat throw along the far side. Autumn of Life Home Care is looking to hire reliable, caring workers to help assist clients with daily living activities while remaining in their own homes. Flexible schedules and an office located at 695 Stillwater Avenue in Old Town. Call 217-6026 or follow them on Facebook. And if you're in the mood for mouth-watering pizza or Italian food made from fresh ingredients, try Angela's Pizzeria in Bangor and in Hamden. Presque slowly advancing down that far sideline. Put out a play by Hermon for another throw. Tossed in here by Presque Isle. Cross in to no one in particular. Dealt with by Hermon. And then deflected out off of Presque Isle.
Presque Isle's best bet so far is to try to get to a corner kick situation.
Yeah, it really is.
Restart with a foot down deep. They've been able to maintain control in their offensive end here for the last handful of minutes.
Now they win a free kick inside the 30-yard line here.
I think something Rebecca Balmas may also be dealing with, a little bit of sun issues.
It is bright out there.
Especially if you get the ball high in the air, come from this kind of direction.
Just like that, although it meets a hawk first. Presque Isle trying to maintain possession, but it pops out to Tardy. Tardy trying to feed a teammate up the sideline. Can they keep it in? They do, but only to the Wildcats. Sending it deep is Cheney. Collins will watch that one roll out and get a throw for her team. Hermon making a substitution here before the throw is made. At Blackfly Coffee, start your day off right. A local coffee shop with drive-through mobile ordering, serving the best coffee in the area, along with bagels, bakery items, donuts, and more. 107 Main Road in Holden, just across the Brewer line. Hermon on it briefly, but once again, a Wildcat throw coming here.
Yeah, short side of the field, not a lot of room here to kick it along the sideline ahead of the field, but Peyton Garrett is going to take care of that.
Garrett takes away from Boynes, feeds it up ahead to Tardy. Tardy off and running in some space down towards the box. Nice job by the Wildcats, though, to get in the way and cut down that cross as it comes off her foot. Thrown back in again at the feet of Tardy this time. Getting the left-footed cross in right to Stewart. Oh, and now the flag comes up.
Offside.
Presque Isle was looking for it because Stewart was a good 2 feet behind the defender and alone in front of goal off a perfect pass from Tardy.
But that was the problem, as it turns out. And inside, offside, excuse me.
Halfway through this first half, still in search of the first goal of the match. Scoreless between the number 3 Wildcats and the number 2 Hermon Hawks. Hermon 15-0-0 this season, but taking on an 11-win squad for the second straight postseason matchup.
Presque 11-4, lost twice to Hermon on the season. Lost down at MDI, Mount Desert Island, the first game of the year, 3-0. And then lost a game at Old Town, 1-0, back on the 30th of September. 6 shutouts for the Wildcats and been shut out 3 times.
So a giveaway by Hermon in the box, but no Wildcats in the middle. Boynsk was able to take it away, but no one to feed it to.
We'll have a
There's
handball.
A call for handball. So once again, the Wildcats a chance to pop one over the top here.
Okay, they've got 3 people down. The Wildcats do inside the, about 15 yards from the goal here, as that's where Hermon is lined up defensively.
They've got 3 players behind it. 1 goes over, 2 goes over, 3rd puts it on goal, and Balmas has to poke it over the frame. That was nifty by the Wildcats, and it almost resulted in the first goal of the game.
That's where the wind comes into play going against you, because Balmas couldn't be sure that she was going to be able to get both hands on it, and so she just punched it away, not knowing for sure whether it was under the crossbar at that point, but she was out in front of the net. So a corner kick for Presque, another one, number 3 for the opening half. This time from the other side of the field, the near side.
Here comes the right-footed delivery for the first time, and that one winds up off the backside of the stanchion and out for a goal kick. Well, you wouldn't know it from the pace behind the respective attacks, but Presque Isle's putting just as much pressure on this end of the pitch as Hermon is the other way.
Yeah, they are, although when Hermon gets the ball down at the other end, they've got more options.
More blue
just in terms
shirts
of
around.
Number of people somewhat close between the midfield and forward line, somewhat close to the goal line. We'll see how Hermon does here in terms of setting it up. Nice pass.
Garrett to Tardy to Stewart, back inside, and Presque Isle bodies in the way to clear it out.
Boy, they converge on the middle defensively. Does Presque Isle doing a good job of getting back to not allow that second pass. You get the long lead pass down the sideline. That second pass, usually a cross.
Stanley gets it back to Tardy, bending around defenders. Tardy outside the box, lays it off. Lancaster. Back to Garrett in the midfield.
Waiting to see Peyton Garrett launch one from the midfield.
Stanley rolls to Stewart. Stewart between 2 defenders, plays the cross in, and I think, was that Stewart on the end of it? But Presque Isle, once again, just on the spot, able to clear it out, and running the other way goes Boynsk up the pitch. Boynsk overruns the ball, now comes back for it.
Yeah, that was a tremendous bid there, but just a collision there in front of the goal prevented Madison Stewart from getting on it cleanly.
Have to take another look at that one. We get a chance, but right now the action back and forth. Hermon advancing down beneath us. Stewart jogging at Collins. Now Presque Isle, a chance to deal with that one at the back, and because of the pressure of Stewart continuing her run, just has to put it out for a Hermon throw. The Coach House Restaurant and Brewer is your stop for home-style cooking, homemade desserts, and experience-friendly staff. Find them at 457 Wilson Street in Brewer and at thecoachhouserestaurant.com. Garrett drops it off for Stanley. Presque Isle deals with that attempt into the box and able to keep it in play, knocking it across midfield for Boynsk to run after. Once again, the Hermon back line stepping up, trying to spark something as Selleck sends it deep. Presque Isle, a body in the way of the first attempt. Lancaster, a shot in, but right into the waiting arms of Langley.
You got to do that, though. You got to take those shots.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll get bounces. Sometimes you'll get those short hop shots that are tough for a goalie to deal with.
Peyton Garrett wins the ball out of the air.
And you can't get a rebound if you don't have an initial shot.
Inside the final quarter hour here of the first half on Ticket TV, where our coverage is brought to you in part by Hartford's Auto Service at 62 Liberty Drive in Hermon. They do repairs on all makes and models of cars and trucks. With over 3 decades of experience, they can provide routine maintenance, brake and suspension repairs, muffler repairs, and more. Visit the Hartford's Auto Service Facebook page. We got to send you off to a picture-in-picture break. Keeping an eye right here on the action at Pottle Field. Ernie and I back with the commentary in just a few moments on Ticket TV.
Stop in for a burger, burrito, or delicious item off the lunch menu. Cool down or warm up with drink options such as fresh squeezed lemonade, milkshake, hot or iced coffee. We also have Butterfield's homemade ice cream or over 20 flavors of shaved ice, with a variety of bakery items with gluten-free options available and our dog treats for your fur baby. Come visit us at Maniac Snack Shack and Sniff and Snack Bakery and Barkery at 45 Conduskeg Road in Levant.
So after my associate's degree, I got married and started a business. I wanted to go back to school. Bachelor of University Studies, it really was sort of like a self-designed track where I was able to take a little bit of everything. I wouldn't have imagined that I would bring life to that once dead goal of mine. My late father's biggest dream was for us to get higher education. I'm very happy to achieve that.
Have a painful tooth or an entire mouthful of teeth? Mid-Coast Denture Design now offers tooth extractions in both Ellsworth and Brewer. Get your teeth pulled and immediate dentures placed right in our office. Quick, convenient, and comfortable. Let denturist Lindsay Young and her staff create immediate dentures for you, all in one location. Mid-Coast Denture Design, the go-to in Bangor and Ellsworth for dentures and tooth extraction services. Because everyone deserves an awesome smile. Visit midcoastdenturedesignmaine.com.
Back here in Hermon, taking another look at that chance for the Hawks from a few minutes ago, back before we went to that picture-in-picture break with Madison Stewart flying in front of goal. Still scoreless, though, here in the 2-3 semifinal. Girls Class B semifinals. The other one coming up at 2 o'clock today, Skowhegan versus Old Town, 5-8 in the seedings there after the Coyotes pulled the quarterfinal upset in double overtime over Madomic Valley. Skowhegan knocking out Erskine Academy, both those quarterfinal victories by 1-0 scorelines.
Yeah, Skowhegan, this may be the best year they've ever had in girls soccer. That's, of course, a...
Lancaster puts it off the football crossbar.
Had a good run. Lancaster and Johnson over on that far side have been pretty active here over the last 10 to 12 minutes. Just going to say on Skowhegan's part, they're obviously a field hockey powerhouse beyond belief. But this year the soccer team is doing very, very well, and they get a chance to make a trip to the regional championship if they can knock off Old Town.
Not a bad deal, hosting a semifinal as a 5 seed either.
No.
Selleck running all the way up from the back, puts it down into the box, but nobody home, and it rolls all the way through to Langley.
Shots on goal right now, 5 for Hermon, 2 for Presque.
Helped beyond midfield off the head of Bridget Schubach. Stewart back into the game, coming up the near sideline, but loses that one and out for a goal kick. Ticket TV brought to you in part by Old Town Redemption Center, the original redemption center of Old Town for 30 years, family owned and operated Monday through Saturday with $100 giveaways each month. Old Town Redemption Center at 13 Chester Street in Old Town. Call 827-7887. We're also brought to you by Bennett Auto Center, where you can experience the Bennett Auto Center difference at 99 Thatcher Street in Bangor at BennettAutoCenter.com. Presque Isle having to scramble a little bit there after a giveaway at the back. The Hawks have tilted the field into a half-pitch situation here over the last couple minutes once again as they continue this power play.
Yeah, they sustain their offensive territorial advantage considerably more than Presque.
Tardy on goal. Man, Langley looked like she had that one measured the entire way, and to her credit, she did, but it was close.
She did, but there was a corner up there that Langley couldn't cover, and Tardy was not that far off from that.
Got to show you some school profiles. Let's take this opportunity to throw Presque up there. Give you the rundown on the school from up north.
464, the enrollment. They're in basketball, they are barely still in Class B. Caribou dropped from B to C, by the way. Mark White, who is on the other side of the field, is the athletic administrator. David Bartlett, the principal for the Wildcats. And did you know, on August 11th, 1978, the Double Eagle 2 launched from a field in Presque Isle, becoming the first balloon to successfully cross the Atlantic Ocean. This historic flight is commemorated annually during the Crown of Maine Balloon Festival.
What about you, Ernie? You crossing the Atlantic on a balloon?
No.
Yeah, me either.
I like to watch other people fly in balloons, though.
On a balloon with a big ball of fire over your head.
Yeah, that's not a combination I'm
in a basket
necessarily a fan of, yeah. First thing I'd do would make the basket so that won't catch on fire itself.
Not wicker?
No. I suppose, though, if you're out in the middle of the ocean, it probably doesn't matter at that point.
Put your 8 out. Goal kick here for Hermon. Gives us an opportunity to give you the story on Hermon High School.
567, the enrollment. Rick Sinclair, the athletic administrator, and Brian Walsh, the principal for the Hawks. Did you know the school's graduation rate is impressively high, among the top 1% in Maine, backed by exceptional math proficiency in the top 10% and solid reading and science scores. Now,
that wasn't written by Hermon.
Well, now that I was kind of wondering about that. I said, we strive for brutal impartiality here, but we do have certain people on the staff with a vested interest in one of these programs. I'm not going to name names. I will say that Partle Field is not named after him, but
not
maybe
named after our creative and technical director.
Maybe it should be after that glowing praise.
Here's Tardy putting one on goal, and man, did she sneak that between the two crossbars? I thought that was getting ready to rattle the back of the net, and Natalie Tardy found nearly an impossible space between the top of the soccer goal and the underside of the football crossbar.
It was that kind of shot that Astra Lawton had against Gardner for the game winner in the last round. Not hit quite as hard, but that kind of accuracy, like you say, there's almost maybe room for one more ball between standing up between the two crossbars, football and soccer. But Tardy is inching closer to the net.
She is dialing that aim in on the last few that she has taken. Lancaster here, out on the far side of the field as we approach 6 minutes remaining in this first half. If you're the Presque Wildcats or a fan of their program, you have to be pleased with how the first 34-plus minutes have gone here in Hermon.
You want a chance at the end is what you want. And now, granted, the wind has made for some variations in play here. And when we turn this thing around in 6 minutes of playing time, how it's going to affect the game and whether Hermon can take more advantage of the wind at its back than Presque has so far in the first half. But for Presque to be scoreless with a Hermon team that has scored 87 goals in 15 matches is right where they want to be.
Cross in here, finds Stewart in the box alone, and a save from Langley, who comes out to cut down the angle. Cross came in and fell right to the freshman in the box. Might have taken an extra step or two, which allowed Langley to cut off that corner.
Yeah, she had to wait for the ball just a little bit to come down to her. In the meantime, there were a pair of defenders from Presque racing to get to that corner, get to that near post before Allison Stewart got there, and they were able to help fend off that scoring bid.
Yeah, you can see on the replay there, really wasn't anything that Stewart did, just the touch where she had to settle the ball out of the air, rolled away from her towards Langley, and that allowed the keeper to come out and throw her body in front of it.
Some serious threats here by the Hawks, winding down the first half, though, between the two near misses by Tardy and that play there with Allison Stewart.
4.5 minutes remaining until the intermission. We'll have the halftime report coming up on Ticket TV. First half highlights and numbers as the Wildcats, another free kick coming up in their attacking end. Our coverage on Ticket TV brought to you in part by Tiller & Rye, a local grocer located at 20 South Main Street in Brewer, proud to offer products from right here in the great state of Maine. Orno and Callis IGA is where you can shop smart, shop local as Presque Isle gets it down toward the edge of the box, and now they're going to have a free kick even closer. Around the 15 or inside it. Have another look.
Yeah, a little bit of dominoes action at the end of this play as players from both teams going to the ground, but it's going to be Presque Isle with a free kick from approximately 25 yards out.
They wanted to run right up on it, did the Wildcats, to take it quickly. They're doing the step-over game again. This time the second player takes it and puts it high and wide of the mark. Sorry, telling you about Orno and Callis IGA. Shop smart, shop local. They appreciate the support from their local communities and are proud to support local Maine schools and student athletes on Ticket TV. We have to sneak in one more picture-in-picture break. Let's do that now. Back for the conclusion of the first half right after this on Ticket TV.
Life is so much better when you impact the lives of those around you, and with Creative Options, you will. Creative Options provides services and support to adults with intellectual disabilities, and right now, Creative Options is looking for shared living providers who take clients into their own homes, kind of like adult foster care. You'll enjoy a generous, tax-free stipend to work from home and make a difference in someone's life. To apply for this tremendous opportunity, simply visit creativeoptionsllc.org. That's creativeoptionsllc.org.
Harvey RV and Marine in Glenburn is turning 2025 holdover season into their biggest RV savings event of the year. Shop luxury motorhomes, fifth wheels, campers, and compact travel trailers, all with can't-miss discounts and pricing. Or you can shop their huge selection of pre-owned RVs for even more savings. Plus, trade-ins are always welcome. Couples, families, and adventure lovers, this is your chance to downsize or upgrade and live the RV lifestyle at Harvey RV and Marine, just 6 minutes past Tractor Supply, Outer Broadway, Glenburn.
The hands-on experience is such a crucial part of education, period.
The faculty are incredible. They work so hard to make sure that all their students have what they need to succeed.
There's all kind of opportunities, and I'm just very grateful knowing that I have a job lined up full-time when I graduate, and that is all thanks to coming to Hudson.
Back here in Hermon, where Boyce goes charging up the field down below us. Had it poked away from her from behind. Last touch, though, for a Hermon throw. Once again, the Hawks probing down at the other end of the pitch, but unable to find a breakthrough so far.
Yeah, had a corner kick, and got it to a player in the middle, but too many defenders there, and Hermon unable to turn it into a shot.
We were talking during the break as this one's put out for Hermon, approaching 60 seconds left in this first half as the ball comes into Tardy outside the box, trying to play in a cross. Pops back to Stewart, who will play that cross in over the first line of players. And knocked out by Presque Isle only as far as Garrett, who puts one in and right on Langley, who was waiting for it. Arms stretched out with 45 seconds remaining and counting as she brought that in. But as we were talking about during the break, Ernie, the Wildcats, what they're doing defensively, Tardy's getting her fair share of shots off, but they're all from 20 yards or more out from goal. Stewart's kind of in a centralized role in the midfield. It's a lot of young players winding up with the opportunities for the Hawks. Don't know if that's by design by the Wildcats, but it's kind of how the defensive scheme's working out here.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not specifically. I mean, obviously they would like to keep Madison Stewart and Natalie Tardy in check, but a lot of what Tardy's getting is because teams generally play their right side because they favor their right legs, and she's on the right side, Madison Stewart over on the left, and going into halftime, and nobody has scored.
Scoreless after the first 40 in this Class B North girls semifinal between Hermon and Presque. We have the halftime show coming up right around the corner. Don't go anywhere if you're watching high school soccer on Ticket TV.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back, only at McDonald's.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
You've always known what you wanted, no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Fall into savings at the Furniture Gallery. Curl up with a leather reclining sofa for just $8.98. Hosting for the holidays, save up to 20% on dining furniture. Get the guest room ready with 10% off bedroom furniture and sofa sleepers from $6.25. Fall in love with your home this season with the help of the Furniture Gallery. Don't miss out on 18 months special financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses. Support our Maine family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
Back here at Hermon, a shot of the crowd as we have reached the half. Scoreless at the intermission between the Hermon Hawks and the Presque Wildcats. Class B North Girls Semifinal, 2 versus 3 in the bracket. And we welcome you in to the Furniture Gallery halftime show here on Ticket TV. The Furniture Gallery, a family-owned and operated local business that opened its 4th location at the Topsom Fair Mall in October. With a long-standing presence in Bangor, Augusta, and Windham, their team's ready to provide Topsom with the same exceptional service, quality furnishings, and value that they can trust. Shop local, save money, and sleep better with the Furniture Gallery. No goals, but some highlights to show you. Let's get this halftime show underway with the Next Home Experience highlights.
Again, Presque playing with the wind at their back. Nice save there. Dealing with a particularly small screen today to watch the replays. There's a corner kick, one of the 3 for Presque, and there's number 8 for the Wildcats. Lucy Chaney getting the right foot on the ball late, but bounced it off a Hermon defender. There's the ball going over the top. Both teams had their chances. Hermon, shots on goal, had the advantage, but Presque not without its own chances as well. There's, I think that was one of Tardy's bids there over the top of the crossbar. I would say certainly Hermon had a territorial edge in terms of time of possession in the first half.
Oh, yeah.
As that play late where Allison Stewart was sent in, and goalie for Presque, Langley, Kelby Langley, coming out just enough to make the save at the near post and leave this game in a scoreless stalemate.
Shot of our University of Maine fan cam presented by University of Maine Athletics. The Black Bears on the ice winning a big one last night in overtime over BU. They play again tonight at 7:30. We'll have it on the ticket. Pre-game coverage beginning at 7. Coming up in just a couple of moments on the ticket. Kickoff of the football game. Maine Black Bears hosting Stony Brook, looking to run their win streak to 5 straight. Pick up yet another conference win. Entering play today, 3-1, 4th place in the CAA. If you want tickets to Black Bear Sports, visit goblackbears.com. Go Blue. First half numbers, we said pretty even on most things, really except for possession, but we don't track that stat.
No, we don't. I don't have a clock. I don't have a stopwatch on me. Shots on goal, Hermon 7, Presque 2. Saves, Balmas for Hermon with 2. Langley for Presque with 7. Corner kicks 3 for Presque and 1 for Hermon. And Presque got some of its best scoring bids off those corner kicks. That looks like Becca Balmas out there at halftime getting some practice in.
Take advantage
of maybe just practicing PKs.
Yeah,
PK defense, because that's where they're shooting from.
And, 40 minutes plus, 50 minutes away from potential PKs, because that is a thing in the playoffs in high school soccer. It's already been utilized a couple of times around the state throughout the various postseason brackets that are going on. I've seen PK pop up a time or two on the MPA site, so who knows what the future holds here this afternoon at Pottle.
I'm watching whoever's doing the kicking, I think it might have been an assistant coach, put the ball down on the line, and the ball keeps rolling toward her, which tells you how the wind is blowing, although Balmas will be defending the opposite goal. She's on the goal to our left right now, as you see her. Though she'll be defending the other goal in the second half, as it'll be Hermon that will have that breeze that's knocking the ball off the penalty kick line. It'll be Hermon that has that breeze, at their back, collective back in the second half.
Becca will have that breeze at her back in about 3 minutes' time. Our coverage on Ticket TV brought to you in part by The Growing Place, helping families grow for less and polish your home in style for a fraction of retail cost. Check them out first. Check them out often. Do Green. Sustainability is always trending at 548 Hammond Street in Bangor. We got to take a time out to wrap up the halftime, and after this, the second half kick between the Hawks and the Wildcats right around the corner on Ticket TV.
Now open. Darling's Ford Commercial Vehicle Center, 80 Haskell Road in Bangor. Servicing almost all makes and models of medium and heavy-duty trucks and RVs, from half-tons to vehicles weighing up to 75,000 pounds. Our factory-trained technicians and dedicated service bays are here to keep your wheels on the road. Schedule service now at darlingsford.com. Call 992-1691 or stop in today. You'll do better at Darlings.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road. From work trucks to weekend rides. If it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Black Bear Nation, it's football season. Join us for all the excitement of game day in Orem. For tickets to all Black Bear games, visit goblackbears.com/tickets or call 581-2327. Go Blue!
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Back here at Hermon as the final second ticks off the halftime clock. The Wildcats and the Hawks making their way back out onto the pitch. They have flipped sides, and we are ready to get the second half underway, still in search of the game's first goal in this Class B North semifinal, number 2 versus number 3. Our coverage on Ticket TV brought to you in part by Bangor Tire Company. From a lawnmower to a skidder, Bangor Tire has you covered. Since 1927, the best in tires and service. Find them at 514 Colebrook Road right here in Hermon or at bangortire.com. Also brought to you by Pat's Pizza in Hamden. Whether watching or playing, soccer can work up quite an appetite. That's when it's time for Pat's Pizza on Main Road in Hamden. Call 947-6488 or visit patspizzahamden.com. The Hermon starting off the second half here with possession, with the wind now at their back.
Yeah, we'll see. We may see pretty quickly how this game may or may not change based on the fact that the teams now switch fields, and Hermon will be going with the wind largely at their backs.
Off and running are the Hawks here to start off half number 2. Ewer goes after that one. Garrett coming down the sideline, able to keep it in play down below us. Continuing her run towards the corner, crossing it in, and Langley has to snare it, hanging out in that near corner.
Well, that took all of 20 seconds because we've seen here in the games that we've covered on Ticket TV the strength of Peyton Garrett's left leg, and you add a little bit of wind velocity to it, and it's a powerful shot. Langley had to reach up, and you kind of wondered if the ball was going too hard for her to handle, but she was able to make the play.
At the other end, Boinsk with a nice run all the way down, and did she win the corner? No. In the end, tried to knock it off the leg of a defender, but
she did that very early in the first half and got a corner kick for the Wildcats, and was down there by herself pretty much. Unsuccessful this time.
Hermon with the entire defensive line in the box there, taking that goal kick. Presque puts it back down. Boinsk was still at that end of the pitch and comes down on possession of the ball, but Maya Lancaster rips it away. Now it's Garrett in the midfield. Garrett trying to pick out Stewart, who goes for the first-time cross. Miss on the clearance, and Stewart charging after it, but Langley comes out.
Yeah, Langley, a senior in goal, backed up by a freshman. She's a veteran, and she's got a good read on most of these plays.
Battle for possession between Ewer and Bartle. Over the top here, Stewart trying to get on the end of it. Presque just throwing bodies between her and the ball. And Langley, once again, having to come out.
But you see what Hermon's able to do differently that they didn't do the first half, and that's go with a little bit of, not only a little bit of a longer ball, but a ball in the air that's not going to be impacted in a negative way by the breeze.
Garrett trying to get around her defender down into the corner. Taking it all the way into the corner. Now crosses over the defender onto the blue turf. Into the football end zone. That one goes off of the Wildcat and out for a corner. Can see a nice crowd on hand. The bleachers filled up on both sides down below us and across the far side with Wildcat fans, and also a good number of people ringing that end of the pitch.
Well, it's a pretty nice day. I mean, the sun is out. It's relatively warm. I mean, the breeze certainly doesn't help that, but it's not a... We're not all out there shivering too badly.
Selleck keeps it alive. Actually, that's Lancaster in front of the box.
Yeah, she's been very active today.
She has been all over the place. Lancaster over on the far side of the pitch now to retrieve the loose ball. Recycling it through the back. Selleck stepping up, faked it one way. Ball on a string, coming back the other way, trying to lead it for Ewer. Down towards the end line, now in the corner.
Selleck might have had a shot of her own there as it kind of opened up in the middle of the field.
Ewer's in the box, bending one towards the far post. It might have got some help along the way. Either way, it's a first goal of the game for the Hawks, and if that's Madison Stewart, it is a program record-tying goal. Madison Stewart celebrating like she deflected it, and looking at the replay, it appears she did. Stewart off the redirection in the corner into the back of the net. And for Madison Stewart, career goal number 112, tying a program record, Ernie.
Yeah, who assisted that, by the way? Who made the pass here?
I believe it was Ewer.
Ewer, it was.
Still coming around the defender.
Was. Yep, certainly so. 112 goals for Madison Stewart, and that includes 29 this season. So she ties
Brooke Gallup's program record?
Sydney Gallup is actually. I think
Sydney's.
I butchered it the other day. But Sydney Gallup between 2018 and 2021 with 112. Now Stewart with 112, but since 2022 to 2025, 2 of the 5 Hermon Hawks with more than 100 goals. Alex Elaine, 105 between 2014 and 2017. Lindsay Reed with 102 between 2018 and 2021. And Natalie Tardy with 101 and counting from 2022 to 2025. So big day here. You see the 3 other ones that have already graduated. They've got recognition on the front of the press box here, or on the back of the bleachers at least.
Yeah, they'll be having to add a couple more balls up here on the back of the bleachers for those century goal scorers. The Hermon Hawks wanting more today. 35 and a half minutes remaining in this Class B North semifinal. Certainly nothing settled yet, as Johnson comes running up the near sideline underneath us. Now turning it back towards the midfield.
That was a great serve, though, by Tessa Ewer there from the left wing, because it almost could have gone in on his own, perhaps. But Madison Stewart camped out there at the far post. All she had to do was move her body to redirect the ball and ensure that it went in.
Ewer's pass there, picked off, but only cleared out as far as Kelly.
So it took her in less than 4 minutes of the second half to score with the wind at their back.
Kelly gets it over to Garrett. Garrett bringing it wide. Down towards the corner now. Zipping in across, deflected out by Presque. Back to Garrett in all kinds of space. She'll have a go at goal this time, and Langley had it covered. That one was on the outside of the post, but still knocked down by the senior keeper.
I also found some individual season scoring records for Hermon. This from Mike Jeffrey and the Maine Soccer Coaches Association. We've got a great website. Also creating a Maine Soccer Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
The inaugural class this year. But Alex Elaine, 43 goals in 2016. Lindsay Reed, 41 in 2022. Natalie Tardy with 38 goals this year is the 3rd highest total. Sydney Gallup, 37 in 2019. And Lindsay Reed with 35 in 2021. And Sydney Gallup with 34 in 2021. So a lot of high-scoring totals here. We mentioned
big years.
Yeah, we mentioned Stewart with 29 this year, and she's probably been maybe the most consistent of the bunch in terms of average number of goals per season, averaging in the 30s pretty much the last 3 years. Certainly, don't know how many she scored as a freshman.
The wind whipping into the side of the press box here, smacking into those soccer balls on the back of the stands off to our left.
Yeah, you don't have to look far. Well, one thing, you look across the field at the corner to our left, and the corner flag is knocked to the ground.
Yeah, it's been struggling to stay upright today.
They put it up every now and then, and it lasts about 30 seconds, and it's back down. Well, we saw the penalty shots being attempted at halftime there, and the ball set down on the penalty kick line, and it wouldn't stay there more than a second. Wouldn't want to have to be the holder for a field goal today.
No. Wildcats down in the corner. Boynsk advancing it deep. Not a lot of help down there, though.
No, she's just trying to get it off a Hermon player out of bounds. It's been about 10, 12 seconds now, and
in the end, unable to do so.
No.
She thought she won a corner. Trying to make her case that came off a Hermon defender.
And again, especially now going into the wind, that may be the best opportunity Presque will have, is to get a restart very deep in the offensive end.
Hermon's got play back underway with Johnson coming up the sideline. Coverage on Ticket TV brought to you in part by Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Bangor's best for over 30 years. Ask about their military and senior citizen discounts. Open 7 to 7, 7 days a week at 1001 Union Street in Bangor. Ernie, I heard the whistle, but I have a corner next to my left where the action was happening. What took place there?
Johnson wound up being called for a push from behind after Presque defensively got in front of her. She was trying to advance the ball down that left wing. You got to be a little physical if you try to defend against Johnson because she's so fast with or without the ball.
Hermon throwing it back in as Ewer goes running after it. Ewer trying to pass it into the midfield, intercepted there. Nice job by the Wildcats backtracking. Pass by Kelly, a little too much steam behind it, and out for a goal kick. Danforth Down Home Supermarkets, family owned and operated since 2007 with 2 great locations. One of them right across the street from the entrance here to Hermon High School on Route 2, and the other Somerset Avenue in Pittsfield. Protect your home from the top down with AM Construction and Roofing, serving Bangor, Machias, Ellsworth, Augusta, and beyond. Past customers earn $100 for referrals, and right now you can save $500 on any roofing project until the end of the year. Call 551-6235 today for your free quote. And Doors Equipment is your local Kubota dealer. Doors can help you with all your equipment needs. Visit doorsequipment.com. Approaching 10 minutes gone here in the second half. Number 2, Hermon, 15-0 this year. On top 1-0 through Madison Stewart. Being told from the truck to just pass along due to the wind. We're having some trouble with our cameras. Ernie, we mentioned the corner flags having a tough time standing up. Didn't even think about the 2 unmanned cameras that we have standing up there in the bleachers.
All by their lonesome there.
Hope that those cameras on
those
the top are heavy enough to keep that down.
Just to stay upright. We value the corner flags of the soccer field, but the camera's worth a few more bucks, I think.
Presque with the ball deep down in the corner. Making a substitution, a double substitution here before bringing the ball back in the field of play.
But again, it's remarkable how little of this we've had to deal with throughout the fall. Rain to our detriment, lack of rain to our detriment, but just inclement weather of any kind.
A very mild fall.
An extended foliage season as well.
Today might take care of some of that, though.
Well, and I said that.
Bare trees.
I said that for Jim Churchill's benefit, but he's otherwise occupied right now, so he probably didn't hear it.
Yeah, he's watching the Black Bears and the Seawolves of Stony Brook, is that right?
I believe so.
Kick it off right now up in Orono. Maine looking for a 5th consecutive win. 4-4 the overall record. Positioned pretty nicely in the CAA at 3-1 in 4th place. And after an 0-4 start to the year, there's still a lifeline for the playoffs as Garrett goes running after a ball in the box. Not cleared yet by Presque. Ewer goes crashing into the back of a Wildcat, though, and that's going to get the clearance.
Yeah, Black Bears, you say there's a lane there, but there's also pretty much zero margin for error.
No room for error.
Yes, Stony Wolf is 7th in the conference.
Johnson with the pass over to Tardy, and I'm not sure if that took a deflection, just wasn't caught cleanly, but
no, I think she just kind of popped it up a little bit there, but still offensive pressure being put on pretty regularly now by the Hawks.
You see the runs coming. You were trying to get another one there and just out in front of Stewart.
Yeah, that was about a half a step
a link up.
Too far ahead. And she couldn't really see Stewart. She could kind of see parts of her, but she was being screened off there by at least one, if not 2, Presque defenders there.
Once again, a reminder, Madison Stewart on the hunt for the Hermon Hawk program record. Her next goal will set that new record.
Yeah, this will be her last game on this field.
Trying to get it done in front of the home fans.
Regional, if they win, regional is at Cameron Stadium in Bangor on Wednesday the 5th at 4:30. And if they were to return to the state game, that state final is a Saturday, the 8th of November, at Messalonsky High School in Oakland. Girls will be playing at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Balmas out to collect it with a Wildcat trying to charge down. Here's Stewart on the end of it, rolling it into some space for Garrett to get on to the end.
Oh,
and she loses her footing a step into the box.
She looked
and just has to watch Presque retrieve that ball.
She looked up when she's kind of laughing at herself now. Looked up and instead of watching the ball as she attempted the shot, and ball got away from her.
Lila Ryan had a hand up, maybe calling for offsides. No need, though, because Hermon wins the race to the ball.
I almost like she was talking to Balmas and saying, "Don't worry, I got it."
I got it.
And she did. She had
no
the speed
need to come out
to catch up there.
Throw in here for Presque, but only one player down there to retrieve it. Boyns does. Brings it under her control. The pass into the box, though, is intercepted. At Hillside Athletics, they're passionate about sports and feature cutting-edge equipment to help you better your game. Visit hillsideathletics.com for a full list of equipment, services, and training packages. And the Fitch Company is where you'll find experienced and electrical control systems engineers, field technicians, designers, and drafters all ready to meet varied engineering challenges or handle projects. Find them at thefitchcompany.com. Selleck advancing up from the bat, continuing her run. Inside, another chance, and there it is. The Hermon Hawks exploding up to celebrate with Madison Stewart, who just set the school's all-time goal-scoring record. Career goal number 113 for the Hermon senior.
Somewhat similar to number 112, though, more of a fast break situation. This time is Aaron Selleck, one of the backs for Hermon, carried the ball up the left wing, basically the entire length of the field, and then crossed it, and this time right on Stewart's foot as she was approaching the goal at the far post, and just one-timed it into the net, an open net, and it's 2-0 Hermon and 113 for Madison Stewart, and also her 30th of the season.
A new record at Hermon High School. It belongs to Madison Stewart and her Hawks. Now in front, 2-0, 25 minutes away from a return to a regional championship as that effort from long range rattles the iron. Becca Balmas was there with an arm stretched up, but the ball
was over the
crashing
top,
off the crossbar, and Presque nearly getting one back right there.
Can't let up in these games, and Presque's going to get a corner kick out of the play, but that's as close as they have come in this match.
They've threatened a couple times off corners at the other end in the first half, trying to play a cross in. Out, and this will be a throw for Presque. Into the edge of the box, now out for a cross. Comes in, Balmas can't reach it. She's going after it, diving on top of it, and Becca Balmas throws her body on the loose ball.
Yeah, her plan was to catch that out of the air when she couldn't do it. She was determined to come up with it and made the big dive to prevent another threat by Presque.
Natalie Tardy in the midfield, trying to switch it onto her left foot now.
Right there.
Tardy in the box with it on her left foot, crossing in, trying to find Stewart at the far post, and just beyond her as Madison was running up and now working on a hat trick.
I think that was all shot there, but certainly Stewart knew enough to know there might be a rebound if it ever got to the goalie or the far post. A little wide of both, actually, that time.
17 minutes gone in this second half. Hermon in front 2-0 on Ticket TV. Our coverage brought to you in part by Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, home of the complimentary 6-month, 6,000-mile major component coverage plan at Route 1 in Hancock and at Tony'sFairwayAuto.com. The Hawks attacking down the wing. Cross comes in, but it winds up behind the goal.
Tell you something else, too, is they switched sides of the field for Madison Stewart between the first half and the second half because she was on that far side of the field, which was the left wing. Spent most of her time over there in the first half. Now she's on the right side of the Hermon offense.
And we commented how she really had no opportunities in that first half other than one play where she came charging in front of the post.
But it's pretty much the strong side of the field for any offense. And they're using the left side of the field to bring the ball up, or at least on the occasions in which she scored. And she had that far post lined up a couple of times now.
Our coverage today also brought to you by Tim's Plumbing, where service is their specialty. For all your plumbing needs, call 735-4969 or visit timsplumbingmaine.com.
So 89 goals now for the season for Hermon in 16 games. They say 30 for Madison Stewart and 38 for Natalie Tardy. So 68 out of 89. And then Goret's got 10.
Yeah.
And everybody else chips in with one or two here or there. There comes Selleck on a advance.
Trying to pass it up through the middle. Presque now able to clear it back up towards the midfield.
Selleck plays defense because they need a leader back there, but she's pretty much capable, I think, of playing anywhere.
Cross into the box. Hermon trying to get on the end of this one and unable to knock it on goal.
Yeah, Maya Lancaster with a header there after the lead from Peyton Goret there from about 30 yards out. Good contact, just couldn't get the aim quite right.
For homestyle cooking, just like Mom makes it, it's the Farmer's Table at 15 Stetson Road in Corinna. And Knowlton Automotive is a full-service preventative maintenance and auto repair center, family-owned and operated. They provide guaranteed service at a fair price, 3297 Broadway in Kentuskeg, or at knowltonautomotive.com. Free kick going the way of the Hawks, just inside the 45-yard line. Selleck to deliver this one down towards the area. Stewart knocks down the clearance to keep it down at that end and then puts one on goal.
She's shooting.
Hey, you just set the program record. The next goal is a hat trick. Why not?
Well, and
green light.
It's not a bad play there anyways. You've got to just try to create something out of those situations, and then hopefully somebody else is there to pick up the pieces if it doesn't go the way you want it to go, but that time just the shot going a little bit high. Contested shot at that.
Now a free kick going the other way for the Wildcats. Ticket TV brought to you in part by American Made Home Goods. Stop by AMHG Works at 36 Springer Drive in the Rennie's Plaza and explore their incredible selection of USA-made products. AMHG Works, where American made matters. If you're hungry after the game, swing by the Back Alley Bar and Restaurant inside the Family Fun Bowling Center. The Back Alley, where good times roll, and so do the bowling balls. Find them at 15 Hildreth Street in Bangor or online at backalleyrestaurant.com. And from new construction to remodels, RT Electrical does it all. Owner Ryan Trabeau, a licensed and fully insured master electrician ready to take on your residential or commercial work, plus generators, lighting, EV chargers, like RT Electrical on Facebook, or call 694-1564 today.
Ooh.
Free kick led to a loose ball as Balmas couldn't corral it on the initial take, but scoops it off the ground before any other Wildcats can get back there, and then fires it off the back of the head of a teammate, but Hermon on the spot to advance it up to midfield.
A little mad at herself for not being able to make the catch initially on the free kick.
Took it out on the back of the skull of a friend. I'll send you off to a picture-in-picture break here in a couple of minutes on Ticket TV. First, we'll see what comes of this move from the Hawks. And pass into the box. A little behind Lancaster, who just couldn't get the body around on it. Langley out to grab it as she does. Let's send you off to that picture-in-picture. Back with the commentary from Pottle Field in just a moment on Ticket TV.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
When it comes to repairing or replacing your windshield, Novus is the clear choice in glass repair. Locally owned and operated at 499 Hammond Street, we offer free mobile service in the greater Bangor area, as well as shuttle service during bad weather. We can come to your home, workplace, or anywhere you are. Novus is a preferred service provider by all insurance companies, and we can cover up to $100 of your insurance deductible. Whether it's repairing or replacing your windshield, door glass, mirror, or your rear window glass, you can count on Novus to be where you are when you need us the most. Call Novus today.
We've got a 100-year-old company here, and it's because of the service, the quality, and the experience. It gets done right.
I think we've been doing it for so long. The only thing that we do, that when we walk into a room, we automatically know how to treat that window. We can take any product that the customer's looking for and make it work in just about any situation that they present us with. So
there's no reason to be overwhelmed.
No.
We can help you through it.
We're not going anywhere. We've been around for 100 years.
Back here in Hermon, where Natalie Tardy just added a third for the Hermon Hawks after helping to set up Madison Stewart a couple of times and set the new program record. Natalie Tardy also more than 100 goals to her credit, adding another one right here as we have another look.
102 for Tardy and 39 for the season. She's going to get the ball on the left wing and carry it in. And I guess we're back to live action. Anyway, she dribbled through two defenders, left, right, and right again, and wound up with an open shot that she put to the left of Langley, the goalie, on the ground and easily inside the far post.
Stewart off the head, feeding Tardy, who puts it off the crossbar. Presque a free kick here as we approach the final 15 minutes of this Class B North semifinal. Ticket TV brought to you in part by Auto Radiator Services, serving the greater Bangor area for over 50 years for general maintenance, repairs, and specialty services like remote car starters. Call 942-4554. A little bit of confusion out there on the pitch. Now it's back underway.
Yeah, we'll get another look at that last goal from Tardy, but just impressive display of dribbling in close quarters there to the left of the goal to set her up for a wide open lane for shooting purposes.
Presque trying to just advance it beyond midfield. Allie Bartle spinning on to the ball. Knocked off her and out of play by Peyton Stevens, sophomore into the game for the Hawks. Our coverage this afternoon brought to you in part by Mainstay Skincare. If you want to look and feel your best, Dr. Shannon Allen blends medical precision with an artistic touch, helping you achieve natural, lasting results. Visit 12 Schumann Avenue, Suite 7 in Augusta, or online at mainstayskincare.com. Also brought to you by Hildreth Street Auto. Looking for trucks or heavy equipment? Hildreth Street Auto, located at 2209 Route 2, is your one-stop shop from skid steers to bulldozers to dump trucks and excavators. Buy, rent, or consign with confidence. Call 951-1514 or visit hildrethstreetauto.com today. Presque trying to apply some pressure down in their attacking third. Put out for a Wildcat throw.
Yeah, Selleck back there, kind of the sweeper. I mean, she plays up front in the midfield as well, but her primary position is sweeper, and she was able to sweep that well off the playing surface.
Cross played in here by the Wildcats. A chance on goal, and the header just wide of the mark.
Good play there by the Wildcats.
Have another look. That's as close as Presque has come, and the header just beyond the far post.
Ball was centered in, and Brianna Burlock, a sophomore midfielder, got her head on it. Just missed wide to the right side as Bombas picks up another save. She has 4 saves in the match so far. Got helped by the crossbar on one. Well, would be a 5th, I suppose.
Out of play for a Presque throw. 3 new Wildcats coming onto the pitch first, though. At Maniac Snack Shack and Sniff and Snack, burgers for you, biscuits for Bowser, because best friends snack together. Find both in Levant and on Facebook. Tasty treats for humans and for hounds. From Friday Night Lights to the roar of the soccer crowd, Sweet Frog is your go-to game day treat. Stop in at 878 Sweet Bee, Stillwater Avenue in Bangor to pile on the fun with Froyo and all your favorite toppings. Sweet Frog, where sports and sweets always win.
That the first one you just read there would make a great television ad in the era of AI, with dogs ordering food and people ordering food and
just man and best friend
kind of
at the counter together.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe the dog would pay for one time, they go back again, and the human would pay.
Covers it the next time.
Yeah.
Throw from Presque down in that deep corner. In the box here, but a hawk on the end of it. Up to Tardy, just shy of the 40.
That was Selleck again.
Tardy carrying it over midfield.
Oh, look
around
at her.
One defender.
Oh,
into the box.
Can't back
Left-footed. Tardy has a second.
Can't back off her.
Natalie Tardy made that look too easy, and with 11:02 left in the ball game, the Hermon Hawks on top by 4 and heading to yet another regional championship game.
She's carrying it, the ball down the left of field. You watch the defender in the middle. She's backing off to cover the pass, and that left Tardy a wide open left-footed shot again inside the far corner, and that's 2 goals in about 5 minutes for Tardy, and her 40th goal of the season. 103 for her career. That's the well, she had the 3rd highest single season total coming into the game at 38, and now it's still 3rd at 40. Lindsay Reed at 41, and Alex Elaine at 43. The only 2 players in the Hermon history with a higher single season goal production.
Madison Stewart just left the pitch, getting hugs on the far side at the Hawk bench, setting the program record for goals today. Natalie Tardy reaching 40 for the season. The Hawks 10.5 minutes away from another clean sheet, continuing their dominance over the last decade plus here in Class B North. Played into the box by Presque. Balmas comes out to deal with it. She loses the ball, and Presque couldn't keep it alive before crossing out of play.
Yeah, MJ Ball's coaching record coming into the game at Hermon, 185, 20, and 4.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. I'd have to go back. I didn't go back and check. Go to Mike Jeffrey's website. He's got all the records by school for the durations of their soccer programs, which and for girls soccer kind of started in about the 70s.
Yep.
And to look and see in terms of undefeated regular seasons and undefeated runs to the state championship game. Last year they were 15-3, so they lost twice during the regular season.
They've had a few of those undefeated runs over the course of this stretch. As that ball's played in all the way back to Balmas in goal. 9 minutes remaining here in Hermon. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Union Street Towing. For over 40 years, they've been serving Greater Bangor. They feature tow trucks, flatbed towing, recovery services, roadside services like lockouts and jump starts. They're fully licensed and insured. Give them a call at 942-4200.
Here comes Tardy.
She is now working on a hat trick over to Garrett in the midfield. She was calling for it, she being Natalie that whole way in the box.
Yeah, she was ready for a shot there, Garrett, because she plays hard off her left foot, but the extra defender came over to kind of block off the passing lane, or the shooting lane, excuse me.
Selleck runs out of room on the sideline, and the ball out of play to Presque. It may be Saturday, but don't forget to start your weekdays the right way with the morning roast, 6 to 8 a.m. The guys will be back in there on Monday, as will we in the afternoon with the drive, weekdays 4 to 6 p.m. Also, don't forget to follow Ticket TV across social media, wherever you can find us. 929 The Ticket on Facebook, 92.9 The Ticket, 92.9 The Ticket on Facebook, 929 The Ticket on Twitter and Instagram. Ewer coming down the far sideline, trying to play a cross in. That one out of play, though, for a goal kick. Bucksport Hannaford proud to support local student athletes this fall and cheering on their community teams to help make their seasons a success. You had mentioned during that last break, Ernie, Maine football on top in the first quarter, 7-0 there.
Yeah, about midway through the first quarter, game started 1 o'clock or so. Again, the winner of this game here will play the winner of Skowhegan versus Old Town. That's set for a 2 o'clock start over in Scow Vegas. Hermon owns a pair of wins over the Coyotes from Old Town this season.
Coyotes trying to make it to the regional championship game as an 8 seed as Boynsk picks off that pass right around the midfield stripe and advancing down the other way, but loses it out of play.
Presque made the semifinals before they lost to Hermon last year as an 11 seed. Knocked off number 6 in the prelims.
That one sent into the sky, and Becca Balmas waiting for it.
Six in the prelims and 3 in the quarterfinals before falling to the eventual regional champions from Hermon.
Hawks looking for a second straight shutout on their quest through the north, defeating John Babs 2-0 in the quarters. Garrett still battling hard in the midfield, and there conceding a free kick to the Wildcats. Is your car still living in the 90s? Upgrade to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with Mainly Audio. You can find them at 191 Beecham Road in Ellsworth or call 667-9777. Balmas charging out to grab a loose ball. A whistle came in from behind, and
it's going to be
going to be a penalty?
Well,
was it in the box or was it outside the box?
No,
it was outside the box,
yeah.
Says the referee. A couple of players standing over it. Chance for the Wildcats to get one back. It looks like Emily Collins and Haley Himes, at least the first 2 to the area.
Wall's backed up to 10 yards.
There's the touch, there's the shot. They're going to get a corner out of it as it deflects off Garrett, up and out of play.
It's the 5th corner of the day for Presque. Created just 2 for Hermon in that category, and the Wildcats have had some threats as we get some substitutions, and then everybody else moving up pretty much for the Wildcats here to try to cash in here.
Now I got a player coming down to the corner.
21. Emily Hallett, junior.
Need a taker. Need someone to deliver it in.
Yes.
With 4 minutes remaining, she will do so. Comes bouncing into the box. Player down on the floor, and now we have a penalty awarded. Penalty awarded to the Wildcats for this right here. You take a look at Boynes trying to bend her leg around a defender to get on the ball. Almost looked like the defender was just positioned in between
and then
the attacker and the ball.
Slid.
And lost her footing. Either way, an opportunity here for the Wildcats to get on the board.
17 is Michaela Garrett.
She's the one standing over the ball. 3:55 frozen on the clock, waiting for the whistle. She's got it. Here's the run-up. And the take. Just beyond the outstretched arm of Balmas into the back of the net. And Garrett scoring with 3:55 remaining in the contest. The senior defender, if nothing else, signing off her career with a goal for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good shot there. Just aim for that corner. Balmas a little taller and rangier than most of the goals she'll run up against during the course of the season, so you have to think about that a little bit. But she made the perfect shot there for the goal that ends the shutout bid, although Hermon's still comfortably in front by 3 goals.
Bangor Mall Cinemas has been Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. They feature luxury recliners and an upgraded food menu. Find showtimes and reserve your seat at yourneighborhoodtheaters.com. Also brought to you by Novus Auto Glass. Call Novus today at 945-6688 to get your windshield repaired or replaced.
So that brings the scoring ratio down to 93-8. In favor of the Hawks.
Yeah, letting it slip, aren't they?
Yeah. That call was not. It's definitely not a clear call. You can't see what's going on right down there, but Presque at least cashing in on the opportunity.
Hermon just trying to see through the final 2:35 in this one and make their way back to the regional championship game. Defending champions here in Class B North. Get a chance to defend that crown once again coming up next week at Cameron Stadium.
It's funny, I'm looking at the MPA soccer bulletin here, and they've got the games, and there's an expanded list of host sites because they're not playing 4 games on the same day at the same site. They're just having 2-game sessions. But they haven't figured out that it takes a little while to play a soccer game because a lot of these are
90 minutes.
90 minutes, and there's 80 minutes of actual playing time. You got 10 minutes for halftime, and then you've got a period of time between games, and so
no whistles, no stoppages.
More like 2 hours, 2 hours and 10 minutes at least.
Rolling through.
Short of overtime and whistles.
Garrett thumps that ball across midfield. Inside the final 90 seconds of this one. Coverage today brought to you in part by Bangor Window Shade and Drapery. They offer custom blinds, shades, drapery, and outdoor awnings at 105 Main Street in Bangor. Tardy still out there for the Hawks. Seeing this one all the way through. Tardy running on goal. And that'll be a corner.
Every time Tardy goes to her left, she gains ground because the people expect everybody to go to their right all the time. But she has tremendous success dribbling to her left. That time, not quite as much success, but we're able to get it to deflect off a Presque player to earn the corner kick.
Johnson keeping it down to this end of the pitch. She's through near the back of the box. Johnson. A save made by Langley.
Yeah,
still in, and it winds up in the back of the net. Was that Tardy?
Let's see. It looks like it is. Hat trick.
18.2 seconds left. Might as well finish off the hat trick if you've got the opportunity to do so. Natalie Tardy with a hat trick in the final 16 minutes and 23 seconds of this contest as she tucks one into the upper corner. And Hermon has the 4-goal lead back.
Third goal of the game, 41st of the season for Tardy, who now ties Lindsay Reed for the second highest single season goal scoring total in Hermon history.
Boinsk the other way. Can she get a shot off? No. Hermon clears it out of the box with 5 seconds remaining. That will do it for this Class B North semifinal. The Hermon Hawks will play for a regional championship once again. A 5-1 victory today over the Presque Wildcats, 2-3 in the Class B bracket. Don't go anywhere. The postgame show comes your way next on Ticket TV. Plenty of highlights to show you from this one and set up what's to come in Class B. We do all that next on Ticket TV.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back, only at McDonald's.
Life is so much better when you impact the lives of those around you. And with Creative Options, you will. Creative Options provides services and support to adults with intellectual disabilities. And right now, Creative Options is looking for shared living providers who take clients into their own homes, kind of like adult foster care. You'll enjoy a generous, tax-free stipend to work from home and make a difference in someone's life. To apply for this tremendous opportunity, simply visit creativeoptionsllc.org. That's creativeoptionsllc.org.
Fall into savings at the Furniture Gallery. Curl up with a leather reclining sofa for just $8.98. Hosting for the holidays, save up to 20% on dining furniture. Get the guest room ready with 10% off bedroom furniture and sofa sleepers from $6.25. Fall in love with your home this season with the help of the Furniture Gallery. Don't miss out on 18-month special financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses. Support our Maine family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a Deere. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Darling's Kia is your #1 Kia dealer in Maine, and we've got something for everyone. Whether you're shopping for an all-wheel drive gas, EV, hybrid, or plug-in hybrid, Darling's Kia has a full lineup to choose from. Plus, enjoy affordable lease programs and other incredible deals on award-winning Kias, all covered by our 10-year or 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business. The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. Shop Darling's Kia. You'll do better at Darling's.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back, only at McDonald's.
Welcome back to the Paddle Sports Complex here in Hermon. Putting the finishing touches on this broadcast as we welcome you into the post-game show following the Hermon Hawks victory 5-1 over the Presque Wildcats, #2, marching on in the Class B North bracket to the regional championship game. You still see the crowd on hand waiting for the Hawks to make their way across the pitch and celebrate with the home fans. Ticket TV coverage presented by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a Deere. We're also presented by Darlings in Bangor. They have you covered for sales and service. Shop new Ford, VW, Audi, Honda, Nissan, Volvo, and Kia models, or used of all makes. Visit darlings.com. And this is the McDonald's post-game show. McDonald's bringing extra value meals back. Take advantage of these great offers at your local family-owned McDonald's, Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, Wilson Street in Brewer, to find offers you won't want to miss. Well, Ernie, we went to the half looking for some goals in this game, and the Hermon Hawks came out firing in the second half. Let's take a look at the highlights, presented as always by Next Home Experience.
Yeah, in the first half, of course, Hermon going into the wind, and Presque with the wind at its back. The Wildcats unable to take advantage and get on the scoreboard, although they did have some good chances. Hermon had good chances as well, but just unable to break through. Here's a chance from Presque there as the ball was in the middle and shot toward the goal, but bounced off a Hermon defender, and then the follow-up shot was high and wide. That's Allison Stewart crossing, trying to get it to her sister, but collision in front of the net. No goal there as well. And again, 0-0 at the half. If you're Presque, you understand the conditions, but you also will take that, knowing that Hermon has been dominant throughout the season against everybody, having outscored Presque 13-1 in 2 regular season victories. But then we changed halves, and Hermon able to take advantage of the wind at its back. Scored its first goal less than 4 minutes into the half, 3:34 into the half to be exact. And there it is. Madison Stewart off a cross from Tessa Ewer. And then 11 minutes later, there is the record-setting goal 113 of her career from Madison Stewart. That was off a cross from Erin Selleck. Made it 2-0. And then the Natalie Tardy show started going here sooner or later, as she got the next 3 for Hermon, or the next 2 in the course of the game. This is Presque threatening Hermon's defense, and actually had 6 shots on goal in the second half. And there's, didn't quite see that one.
That was the first for Tardy.
That was Tardy, and there's one just high off the post as she was threatening. Here's Presque doing some threatening of their own again. This is Tardy here. Watch, he goes to her left. The last defender backs off a little bit, playing the pass. But Tardy, again, and that's several of these Hermon players, just very skilled with their, quote, off foot. And Tardy, one of them. Here's the penalty kick by Michaela Goret. That coming with 3:55 left to make it 4-1. And then Tardy,
a hat trick right there.
Had the kind of off the rebound there, had the hat trick with just 18.2 seconds left. But that was her 41st goal of the season, 104th of the career for her. And we mentioned Madison Stewart with 113 now, so 217 goals combined for the 2 seniors.
Not a bad pairing to have leading the offensive attack for the Hermon Hawks. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part presented by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment or office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. Also presented by Dean's Detailing. For over 5 decades, they've been Maine's auto detailing leader. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, feel good and look good in a clean, shiny car. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. We're also presented by Northeast Driving School, the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses today at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Visit northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course. Time now to award our player of the game. Well, first we'll show you the play of the game. Play of the game was a record setter for these Hermon Hawks. It belonged to Madison Stewart, her 2nd goal of the game. As Ernie mentioned, just over 3.5 minutes into the second half, she tied the all-time Hermon goal-scoring record at 112, and then about 11 minutes later, 25:01 remaining in the second half, Madison Stewart pouncing on the end of another cross to put it in the back of the net for goal number 113.
Yeah, great setup work by a classmate, Erin Selleck, the sweeper and a captain, who just carried the ball up to the left side of the field and then sent that cross in from about 15 yards out, and there was Madison Stewart waiting at the far post, and one timed it in very similar to her first goal, maybe just a little bit farther away from the net by the time she made contact, but same result, and 2 goals in 11 minutes, and that was goal number 113 for her career to enable her to surpass Sydney Gallup's 112 set between, I believe, 2018 and 2021.
Play of the game presented by Quirk Auto Group. Time now to present our player of the game, and Madison sets the program record. Then Natalie Tardy gets going and scores a hat trick over the final 16 minutes to steal away player of the game spotlight.
Yeah, just showed off her dribbling skills in a lot of these situations, pretty much all 3 of them. And again, the ability to use both feet to equal advantage in terms of creating offense, whether it's the dribble or the pass. And she goes right, defense expects her to stay right, and she comes back left and winds up with open lanes to the goal. Those were the first 2 of her goals. The third one was kind of off a rebound of a shot seconds earlier. But she now, with 41 goals on the season, that's I think it's tied for second best in school history, and she's over 100 goals as well with 104 now. She's just 1 behind Alex Elaine, who is 3rd on the current list with 105, behind Sydney Gallup at 112, and now Madison Stewart at 113.
And just a couple away from the single-season goal-scoring record, right? So Hermon could see a program record and a single-season record set in the same campaign.
Tardy at 41 now. She had 38 coming in. 41 now. She ties Lindsay Reed for second place. Lindsay Reed with 41 in 2022. Alex Elaine with 43 goals in 2016. I just should mention this too. The state record for girls soccer goals. You want to guess a number?
For a career
for
or
a career.
season? For a career, I bet it is a crazy number, like approaching 200. I'm going to say 188.
Well, you're off by only 10.
Really?
Shelby Pickering from Lee Academy is 178 on her career, and which is quite a bit. And it's one of these deals. To be perfectly honest with you, you get to these records. A lot of it is, if you're a C or D player, you are more likely to get a chance to play 4 full years.
Yeah.
And that was certainly the case with Shelby Pickering, although she was very good. She was a tremendous athlete in pretty much anything she picked up. And matter of fact, she got a daughter that's going to be playing for Bangor Christian. But still, but for these numbers we're getting out of Hermon right over the last 7-8 years, it's just remarkable to have that many players accumulate that many goals apiece. You see the list that they have on the Maine Coaches Association website, and it's got all the top scorers, individual and year and career, and you go down through and you see a lot of different schools represented, but I don't know that there are too many more than 5 represented on the 100 goal club. Matter of fact, I doubt it. So.
Especially in such a short span of time, like we're talking about. This run of dominance now stretching out 11, 12 years here for the Hermon Hawks. Our player of the game, Natalie Tardy, presented by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be. The official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Coverage today also presented by Eastern Maine Community College, where every student has a story. Some are just beginning, others starting a new chapter. Wherever you are, your future can start at emcc.edu. And we're presented by Praise Auto Sales. If you're looking for your next ride, Praise Auto Sales on Outer Broadway has you covered. Guaranteed lowest prices every day, no waiting for a sale. Over 40 years of trust, integrity, and dependability. Visit PraiseAutoSales.com today. That does it for the penultimate week of the fall season here, right? I guess we might extend, possibly, depending on where football goes.
You're talking about the Maine high school sports season?
No, I'm talking about here on Ticket TV. We got a couple more football games coming up in front of us, but we need to see how the schedule settles first before telling you what those are.
Yeah, exactly. But this is probably it for soccer, and it's been a pretty impressive season, and you get to see it conclude in a record-setting fashion by the Hermon Hawks, who have been one of the stories throughout the regular season. I would say I would put them up there with the Bangor girls. Bangor trying to defend a state championship, and they'll be playing for another regional title on their home field come Tuesday. And Hermon trying to get that ever-elusive Gold Ball will be playing for a 7th regional championship in the last 12 years on Wednesday when they will face the winner of Old Town and Skowhegan. That game should be starting right about now, I would suspect, 2 o'clock. That's scheduled for Wednesday at Cameron Stadium, and then whoever wins that game goes on to compete for the state championship on Saturday. And Hermon, as we mentioned, looking for its first state championship.
Our coverage on Ticket TV, presented by Bangor Savings Bank. They have helped New Englanders achieve their goals since 1852. Because of Bangor Savings Bank, you matter more. Whether you're planning for today or building for tomorrow, they're here with personalized service and a commitment to what matters most to you. Visit Bangor.com. Only thing left to do today is give credit to our crew around Pottle Field. Max Pottle down in the truck, whipping up all the graphics, directing and producing. Callum Bryan out there braving the wind. Our camera operator, Isaiah Kennel, assisting Max down in the truck. And Ernie Clark, my broadcast partner on this one. The Hermon Hawks marching on to another regional championship game, victorious over Presque in today's 2 versus 3 matchup here in Class B. This has been High School Soccer Playoffs on Ticket TV.
High School Sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Darlings Auto Group. You'll do better at Darlings. Visit darlings.com. Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. The Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Bangor, Augusta, and North Windham. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the place to be in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's #1 driving school for 56 years. Eastern Maine Community College, one college, many possibilities. Visit emcc.edu. High School Sports on Ticket TV is also brought to you by Maine Trailer, Dairy Queen in Old Town and Bangor, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals, Autumn of Life Home Care, Black Fly Coffee, Angela's Pizzeria, Hartford's Auto Service, UMaine Online, Old Town Redemption Center, the Coach House Restaurant, UMaine Athletics, Bennett Auto Center, Tiller and Rye, Orno and Callis IGA, The Growing Place, Bangor Tire Company, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, AM Construction and Roofing, Doors Equipment Company, Hillside Athletics, The Fitch Company, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Tim's Plumbing, The Farmer's Table, Knowlton Automotive, American Made Home Goods, Back Alley Bar and Grill, RT Electrical, Auto Radiator Services, Mainstay Skincare, Pucksport Hannaford, Mainly Audio, Maniac Snack Shack and Snip and Snack, Sweet Frog, Union Street Towing, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Creative Options LLC, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Down East Toyota, Husson University, Harvey RV, Seaboard Federal Credit Union, Thomas College, First National Bank, Napa Auto Parts, and Hammond Lumber Company. High School Sports on Ticket TV is a production of Sportsnet Maine and Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket.